Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ordway Center for the Performing Arts. Please welcome to the stage the Imni Jaska Drum Group.
Singing girls.
Please welcome to the stage Ordway President and CEO Chris Harrington.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 40th annual Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. holiday celebration. We're so excited and grateful to have you with us here today. I've had the pleasure of serving as president and CEO for the past 4 years, and I got to tell you that this is an event that I look forward to every year. So thank you so much on behalf of the board of directors and our staff here at the Ordway. It's an honor to host this event every year. Let's give a warm round of applause for the Imani Jaska Drum Group for their opening performance, please. I also want to continue with our land acknowledgement that the Ordway Center for the Performing Arts respectfully acknowledges that we gather on Dakota land. We are obliged to the Dakota people, past, present, and future, who live here and protect this land. In the spirit of reconciliation, the Ordway will continue to honor our Native and Indigenous communities through the arts. Thank you. For the past 40 years, the Governor's Council on the MLK holiday has hosted events like this to honor the legacy of Dr. King. This celebration is a time for joy, reflection, and community, a day to reaffirm our commitment to Dr. King's vision of justice, equity, and unity. I'm going to repeat this one more time intentionally. This celebration is a time for joy, reflection, and community, a day to reaffirm our commitment to Dr. King's vision of justice, equity, and unity. Thank you. We are honored to once again host the state of Minnesota's MLK holiday celebration as you mark your 40th anniversary. This moment aligns beautifully with the Ordway's own recent milestone where we just celebrated our 40th anniversary as well. Some of you may be familiar, but the Ordway opened its doors in January of 1985 as a place for all of the performing arts to be celebrated and for all people to feel welcome, and I'd like to believe that that vision is alive and well today. I also like to share that the great soprano Leontine Price, who was a trailblazer in her time, was the very first artist to perform on the stage here at the Ordway. She wasn't just the first woman or the first African-American woman, but she was the first artist to perform here at the Ordway in January of 1985 in St. Paul, and that's something that we're very proud of. So each year we host well over 200 performances and community events like the ones that you're going to experience today that generate meaningful statewide economic activity and impact while providing a platform for artists and audiences from every corner of Minnesota. There's truly something here at the Ordway for everyone. So today we'll hear powerful reflections and words by Dr. King, and it's my hope that we will carry them with us year-round, not just today. It is also my hope that you will come back and visit us again soon. And I just want to highlight the fact that we'll be presenting three-time Grammy-winning artist Sounds of Blackness on February 20th at 7:30. They're going to be presenting their signature program, Music from Martin, again, February 20th, 7:30 here at the Ordway, and they're going to continue to honor the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and we hope that you will come back and visit us. So ordway.org for more information. And I think we should get to the reason why we're all here tonight. We have an amazing program for you, so let's dive right in. At this time, I would like to introduce the Patriotic Heritage Honor Guard for the presentation of colors. Please stand as you are able and remain standing for the singing of the African American National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing, and the National Anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. to have our own Twin Cities #1 Billboard gospel recording artist, Javante Patton, to lead us and lift every voice and sing. The lyrics are found in your program if you'd like to join us. Please welcome Javante Patton.
Good morning, everybody. So we are so excited. Happy MLK. We are going to sing the Black National Anthem, and then you are going to sing it with us. But first, my 9-year-old daughter, she learned the song, so she is going to play it for us. Her name is Zoe Patton. So if we give her a hand, and she is going to play. Go ahead, Zoe. Good job, Zoe. Now we're going to sing it together. You want to take a bow? You can take your bow. Okay, she self-taught herself. Let's do it all together. You ready? Come on, let's sing it together. Everybody, lift every voice and sing. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day. We'll now last true to our John till victory is won. So now we're going to do our Star Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red-glared, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, the brave. God bless you. So we're going to open this show up, and we're going to stand on our feet. Come on, let's give them a hand. All right, so now it's time to dance, all right? Now, this is a very familiar song, and I don't really sing covers like that, so I'm excited to sing this song, so I want you to sing it with us. Zoe, you did a great job. You can go back there with them, too. Come on, let's give Zoe Patton a hand. That's my 2016 challenge. That's what I was doing in 2016. All right, I'm ready. Here we go. Put your hands together. I see y'all all the way at the top. Hey, I see you clapping. Hey. Here we go, everybody. Ain't no stopping.
Ain't no stopping us now.
Hey,
We're on the move.
you know it already. Everybody, say ain't no stopping.
Ain't no stopping us now.
We got a
We
group.
got the groove.
Come on, y'all got it. It's multi-generational. Ain't no stopping.
Ain't
Look
no
at Senator.
stopping
Hey,
us now.
hey.
We're on the move.
Everybody, ain't no stopping.
Ain't no stopping us now.
We got a group.
We got the groove.
If you know the first verse, you can sing it with me, all right? Hey! There's been so many things that's held us down. Hey, now it looks like things are finally coming around. I know we got a long, long way to go. And where we'll end up, I don't know. But we won't let nothing hold us back. We're gonna put ourselves together and we're polishing up our act, yeah. And if you ever been held down before, I know that you refuse to be held down anymore, yeah. Don't you let
Nothing.
y'all know it, stand in your way, yeah.
I want y'all to listen, listen.
Oh yes, to every word I say, every word I say.
Ain't no stopping us now.
Oh
We're on the move.
no, come on, shout it out. Oh yeah, ain't no stopping us
Ain't no
now.
stopping us now.
We got a groove.
We got the groove.
Come on, let's sing it one more time. Everybody out, real strong. Ain't no stopping.
Ain't no stopping us now.
Yeah,
We're on the move.
yeah, ain't no stopping.
Ain't no stopping us now.
We got a
We
groove.
got the groove.
Oh yes. The second verse says this. I know you know someone that's a hater on Facebook. And when you see them coming, you only push them aside. They really don't get nowhere to go. You ask them where they're going.
They don't know.
Hey, but we won't let nothing hold us back. We're gonna put ourselves together and we're polishing up our act. Yeah. So if you ever been held down before, I know that you refuse to be held down anymore. Yeah, yeah.
Don't you let nothing.
Oh yeah, stand in your way. Yeah.
I want y'all to listen, listen.
Hey, to every word I say, every word I say.
Ain't no stopping us now.
Oh yeah, we're on the move. Hey, you got it. Ain't no stopping.
Ain't no stopping us now.
We got a groove.
We got the groove.
Let's do this together. Everybody right here. We shall overcome. You got it.
We shall overcome.
We shall overcome.
We shall overcome.
Someday.
Someday.
Say deep in my heart,
Deep in my heart,
I do believe
I do believe
that we shall overcome.
we shall overcome.
Shout it out. Win some. Real strong. We're done. Ain't no stopping.
Ain't no stopping us now.
Hey, yeah.
We're on the move.
Last time. Ain't no stopping.
Ain't no stopping us now.
We got a group. We got a group. God bless you. Happy MLK Day. We'll be back.
Come on, they stopped the music. Why they stopped the music?
We was about to start a Soul Train line backstage.
Come on.
Well, good morning, my fellow Minnesotans, and welcome to the state of Minnesota's Martin Luther King Day 40th anniversary celebration. Make some noise for 40 years. My name is Sienna Johnson. I'm a restorative educator, sociologist, poet, hip-hop MC, and today, your master of ceremonies.
Absolutely phenomenal, yes. And I am Deacon Corey LaShawn Boyd, Senior Public Engagement Liaison with the Office of Governor Tim Walz and Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, MLK Council Board member and proud member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. As you know, an event like this is only possible because of the hard work of many wonderful people. Those who stand out are my colleagues on the Governor's Council on Martin Luther King holiday. The Council's purpose is to ensure that the contributions of Dr. King are recognized throughout the state of Minnesota. First established by Governor Rudy Perpich in 1986, the Council has been reestablished by succeeding governors. The fine members of the 2025 Council have prepared an amazing event for us. So at this time, I would like the members of the Council to stand and be recognized. Please stand. Please give them. Absolutely phenomenal. And so I want to thank you for your work. And alongside with the Council, we have our amazing hosts and sponsors. Today's event is hosted by the state of Minnesota. This year's presenting sponsor is U.S. Bank, who you will be hearing from later in the program. Thank you to all the many sponsors, partners, volunteers, and staff, as well as the Ordway and Twin Cities PBS, who have made today's event possible.
Yes. Thank you. You know, 40 years is roughly the equivalent of 2 generations. Like, I'm in awe, Corey. I'm in awe just looking out into this auditorium at this beautiful intergenerational body of beings together in this space on this particular occasion. So let me just see who's out here today. Do we have any individuals of the silent generation with us? Our elders in the place to be. Hallelujah. Yes. Yes. All right, what about baby boomers? Where are the baby boomers? Baby boomers in the place to be. Okay. All right. Gen X, make some noise.
Let's get it.
Okay. Millennials, we in the house. Millennials. Okay, all right. Gen Z, is Gen Z with us today? All right. And last but certainly not the least, do we have Generation Alpha, our elementary kids, our middle school kids? It's okay, make some noise. This your time. Our future is here today. What a sight to see. And so today, I see you back there, Gen Alpha. And so today, we amplify the echoes of unity, honoring those who have paved the way before us, sowing the seeds for those of us actively at work today, and continuing to set the tone for the change makers of tomorrow. And so right now, once again, we just really want to give thanks to all of our sponsors and partners in making this week-long observance come to life. And you can find an amazing list of those collaborators in your programs today. Now, Corey, it's to my understanding that leading up to today's final celebration, there's been a series of events happening, right?
Yes.
Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Most definitely. So, led by Chair Ashley Ullman, the MLK Council's 40th anniversary event series served as a powerful extension of the Council's longstanding commitment to cultural wisdom, relationship building, and authentic public engagement. Each gathering, distinct in format and audience, played a strategic role in deepening relationships with community partners and uplifting Dr. King's legacy in ways that speak directly to today's challenges and aspirations. The series began with a landmark tour created in partnership with the Minnesota Humanities Center. Together, we traveled through Minneapolis and St. Paul to explore the legacy of Black entrepreneurship, journalism, and community leadership. The tour illuminated the institutions, gathering places, and pivotal moments that have shaped civic life artistic expression and social movements across our region. Next came the Youth Summit, hosted alongside the Science Museum of Minnesota and Project Success. Designed for middle and high school scholars, the summit offered a dynamic day of innovation, collaboration, and civic leadership. Youth voices, STEM thinking, and collective action came together to imagine and advance system change. Finally, on Sunday, my God, if you missed Sunday's virtual rally, you missed something. We gathered on Zoom with deep gratitude for our community's resilience, shared commitment to justice, and continued engagement. Your willingness to show up, especially when plans shifted, reflects the strategic, responsive leadership Dr. King modeled and reminds us of how we must continue showing up for one another. This year's MLK programming was more than a series of events. It was a collective reaffirmation of shared values, community strength, and the ongoing work of building a more just and connected One Minnesota.
Thank you. Thank you, Corey, for reminding us what it looks like when each and every one of us are willing to come together to keep the dream alive. Planning this celebration was a careful process that was designed to highlight the impactful work happening in the state of Minnesota. While this process started in 2025, and the video that you're about to see was created prior to all of the events that have occurred in the past 2 weeks, we want to be intentional about acknowledging the current climate and the impact that it is having, and not dismiss the need for collective solace right now. And even offer this in the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. himself, that we shall overcome. The governor and first lady would also like to remind us that unity and youth voice is more important now than it ever has been. So yes, give it up for youth voice. I'm trying to tell you, y'all make me want to sing. I believe the children are the future. I don't sing, but you will see what I do shortly. So as you direct your attention to this powerful production that was created by our amazing partner, Youth Lens 360, we just want to encourage you to keep in mind that this is the type of progress that is built on and thrives in collective purpose and collaboration. Thank you.
I am happy. I am happy. I have a dream.
I got a dream.
One day.
We gonna work it out.
One day.
We gonna work it out.
One day.
We gonna work it out.
I have a dream.
I got a dream.
One day.
We gonna work it out.
One day.
We gonna work it out.
One day.
We gonna work it
I
out.
have a dream.
I got a dream.
That one day.
That one day.
That one day.
I'ma look deeper than myself. I gotta find a way.
I have a dream.
My dream is to be free. My dream is to be. My dream is to be. My dream is to be free.
We must keep going on in the days ahead with an audacious faith in the future. That reminds me to keep believing in myself at school and in life. Even when classes in life feel hard or stressful, it helps me stay motivated and trust that all effort I put in will pay off later. King's words remind me to keep going and showing that effort and faith can turn challenges into growth.
What does this year's theme of Echoes of Unity mean to you?
Well, first of all, thank you guys for being here as we get ready to celebrate Dr. King's vision of a better world. And here in Minnesota, the 40th year. And I think the Echoes of Unity shows that every generation has a responsibility.
I have a lot of confidence because I know people like you, and I met people like you all over this entire state. And I think there are more people who value unity and community, and that's what we need now more than ever.
Our job is to be even more resolute and leaning in and finding those places of common ground, the humanity in each other. I think of a lot of our elders in community and how discouraging that can be, but also the privilege that it is to be able to fight for justice, the privilege that it is to be able to stand shoulder to shoulder with each other and stand up for what you believe in.
I feel incredibly optimistic and positive when I'm around young people. They're rejecting this idea that things can't be better. They're rejecting this idea that we can't improve our community. They're rejecting this idea that we can't have unity. And I would just encourage them to continue to do so that the world they want to see, they can make it happen.
Hey guys, today we are here at the Minnesota Museum of American Arts, and today we have street interviews. We are going to be talking to very important people, so I hope you guys are interested. Stay tuned, because we got some goodies for you. Let's go. Today, here we are. Who are we here with?
Tiki Brown, Commissioner of the Department of Children, Youth, and Families.
Nice to meet you. Okay, so first question, what does unity mean to you?
To me, it means moving together towards a collective movement.
Okay, so where do you see unity within your community?
The Department of Children, Youth, and Families have been working really closely on the SNAP program, and recently coming out of the federal shutdown, we have seen so much unity in community. When the SNAP program was unable to get benefits out, we had people just all across the state really come together and say, we're not going to let our neighbors be hungry, which I think is so incredible.
Who are we here with?
Dennis Olson.
Where do you see unity within community?
Where do I see unity within community? In times like this, I think it's about love and understanding. It truly is. And finding out, that we are probably a lot closer than we are apart.
When I hear the words, I have a dream, that one day little black boys and girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and girls as brothers and sisters, it makes me think of everything going on in the world with all the injustices we faced over the years, all the problems we're continuing to face today. In my neighborhood, I see my Native brothers and sisters whose chances for opportunity and advancements have been taken away by the systems put in place to keep us down. Ever since we were forced to sign those treaties, we've been fighting countlessly for the survival of our culture and the survival of our people. That's why I want to defy the odds and show my community that we can be so much more if we put our minds to it. If we work hard to fight against systemic oppression, we can show America that you can't get rid of the warrior in us all.
How do you think everyday Minnesotans help carry Dr. King's legacy forward?
One of my favorite things about being a Minnesotan is that we are welcoming of our neighbors. There are so many different communities who've made Minnesota, and that we're not going to shy away from that. We're going to talk about it. And that when people come for our neighbors, we're going to stand up.
People out there making sure their neighbors have a warm place to sleep, making sure that there's food. And Minnesotans, again, these are people you might never know their names or ever see them. We're just silently behind the scenes doing the work. I think that's what Dr. King's call to action was. I see two young leaders taking time out of their day to talk about this, and that's what gives me hope.
And I see Minnesotans every day standing up for people and for ideas, like having all different voices at the table. Do we get it perfect every time? Probably not, but we keep trying. I see Minnesotans taking that challenge and doing that each and every day in the way they live their lives.
I've dreamed of, what if we all dreamed together? The dream never died, it was deferred. Our boys are taught fear before phonics. Black boys becoming ghosts long before they become men. Black girls holding dreams so tight they never leave the dream space. Some days I wonder if Martin's dream never made it out of the room, where did we go wrong? I had a dream and it told me magic lives in unity, but I'm not sure we learned the message. One friend had their land taken, one friend forced to build, one forced into secrecy. This isn't the trauma Olympics, just the weight we carry. And still I wish we could dream together, because the dream space has been polluted, fogged, flooded, fenced off. What do we do now? Who do we call? Who do we pray to? I started dreaming at 6, nightmares at 7, and no one taught me what to do with the space between hope and fear. But maybe the dream isn't dead, just waiting on us to build it. This is the dream space, and we're rebuilding.
When I hear the words, I have a dream, I think about how unity gives communities the power to imagine better futures together. Sometimes it feels like the dream isn't finished yet because unity can't exist in a world still divided by hate. For me, unity means creating spaces where everyone feels seen, valued, and the ability to contribute to something bigger than themselves.
Here we are. Today we are with
Ashley Ullman.
Nice to meet you, Ashley. What does unity mean to you?
Unity means taking the time to allow people's perspectives, experiences, and beyond to become a part of you.
Where do you see unity within your community?
Ooh, with the young folks. They just get it. You know, it's not a question. They don't hesitate. They say things with their whole chest. You know, they'll tell you what it is and what it ain't.
But also really teaching us that it's so important to come into spaces, not so much looking in the rearview mirror, but sort of looking at what's ahead and what's in the future.
What do you want people to remember about Dr. King's message in the future?
Dr. King was action-orientated. And it wasn't just about saying something, it was about doing something, and it was about empowering others to do things.
Dr. King talked a lot about wealth inequality, how there were folks at the very, very top, and that there were a lot of people who were living in poverty, and that was oftentimes a policy decision.
Dr. King oftentimes talked about that, sitting down, hearing people, of course, peaceful resistance, but saying, look, these things that we're doing are not right. People are being left out. We're discriminating against people. But here's what we can do to make it better. And I think right now the challenge is that we talk past each other. It doesn't mean you have to agree on everything, but I think hearing people out, and in a time where there are those that are trying to divide us on purpose.
All right, guys, today we are here with
Dario Otero.
Dario Otero, nice to meet you, man. So I have a few questions for you. When you think about Dr. King, what message of his still sticks with you today?
Man, Dr. King's message sticks with me. It lives within me. Just the message of peace, the message that you don't have to take a violent approach to get what you need, but also just a message of like fighting for something that you want, whether it's fighting for justice, fighting for making sure equal pay, and have a seat at the table and make our own tables.
We are called to love each other. We are called, and that transcends, you know, it's agape love, it's different forms of love. It's looking at all of us as the same. My mother always said, you know, no one's better than you and you're not better than anyone, which means we're all the same. You know, we all bleed red.
Well, chat, you know, that may be a wrap. We did what we could do. I hope you guys enjoyed this segment. Oh, hey, signing out.
We are a more inclusive, we are a fair, we're a more empathetic society. And for me, it shows that those giants of the civil rights movement was about action.
And it feels sometimes like we're even taking a couple of steps backwards. Dr. King understood that, he knew that, he lived that, and he saw that as part of the journey.
Thank you. Thank you. That's got to make the cut. That's got to make the cut. That was good. Thank you.
Minnesota, Minnesota, Minnesota. Y'all still with us? So, as a fellow Minnesotan born and raised, I think we all know that in the dead of winter, it tends to get a little bit chilly. Am I right? It's a little chilly out there today. So, do y'all mind if I warm it up a little bit, if you would? Is that okay? Is that all right with y'all? Okay, because I wasn't sure. Know your value. Listen, if I had $1, it probably lasts an hour. You give me 20, I'll make it plenty. I'm rich and preserving the wealth of a provider. From time to time I'm splurging, but that don't make me finer. Woman of rubies, I am the diamond, a product of the sun. That's why I'm always shining, never minding your timing or what you see at surface. Who I am is divine and I'm perfectly imperfect. They say I came from nothing. Well, if they know it all, what it mean to be running when all your counters crawl? Found my beauty and struggle, found my power and rest. Even if they don't see it, I'm walking with the best. Some of them hate it, some of them question. It's not up for debating, that's why they steady stressing. I don't need no affirming for what I already know, but thank you for confirming. Ask them who told me so. I won't go wasting my time. I won't go wasting my time. That's what they doing, see? Cause if it's mine, it's mine. If it's mine, it's mine. I need somebody in here today to know that who you are and what you contribute to this world holds value. And some people are not gonna understand that. But the song says don't go wasting your time on their dime. Meaning that just because somebody else endorses it doesn't mean you have to enforce it, because you got to do your thing. Am I right? Vision me scheming on broken creed in the streets where they barely go and they meet us with deficit and defeat, but we reach and sipping our quarter waters in the shade. Or was that berry flavored lemonade? Too busy dreaming of getting paid in the ghetto with little we never settle. Chasing game through the pain till it's over, but we ain't listening to what they say, because they don't really know you anyway. Causing the scene when they ask me what I'ma be when they think I'ma take it easy. Another reason to cheat it, but really we're gonna beat it. We already great. A solid vision with some nappy braids. They tried to hit me with projection, but little did they know I was protected, cause before I ever heard them to myself I was professing. Now imagine only living on what people expect and can be rejected if you never depended on their acceptance. Come on. Go wasting your time. I won't go wasting my time. I won't go wasting my time. That's what they doing, see? It's okay to move your shoulders a little bit. We here, we celebrating. I won't go wasting my time. 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 Listen, if somebody told you were different, would it light a fire? If they never saw your greatness, could you make it higher? If you're serving you like serving them, then would you still be tired? If no one ever said I love you, aren't you still admired? The promises are not a people, they are not a man. The sooner that you see within, sooner you'll understand that what it means to be is never what it seems to be. How you recover what you gave away so easily. Appeasing people ain't about what's good for you and me. They want the power, cause the power they can never see when they look in the mirror, so on you they try to turn it back. It's very self-depleting and really is kinda whack. Really, and that's a fact. I'm praying for them, no, cause I've been there before. Once upon a pretender, but I ain't keeping score. I had the status, had the title, some might even doubt it, but when I thought about it, I'm everything without it. I won't go wasting my time. I won't go wasting my time. That's what they doing, see? And you don't even gotta worry about it, cause guess what? It's yours. It's yours. So don't go wasting your time, baby. Don't go wasting your time. So don't go wasting your time. So don't go wasting your time. Don't go wasting your time. So don't go wasting your time. So don't go wasting your time. Don't go wasting your time. So don't go wasting your time. So don't go wasting your time. Thank you. All right, are we, thank you. Are we all warmed up now? Are we here? We're here, this is a celebration. All right, so now, please help me in welcoming to the stage your Chief Equity Officer, Ashley Ullman.
Good morning, Minnesota. I have to wave to my babies real quick. Hi, babies. Hi, babies. Good morning, y'all. As we commemorate Minnesota's 40th annual celebration of the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., we stand in a time space that bridges our past to our future. For 4 decades, Minnesotans have gathered on this day to honor a legacy of courage, justice, and unshakable hope. Behind the scenes, people across the state have been pouring into countless pivots to ensure a safe and meaningful celebration. Folks deliberated if we should gather. Some even pondered if we're even still united. What do you think, Minnesota? Are we? My deepest gratitude to every single person who came out on this yet another frigid January morning in Minnesota to reflect, to reckon, and to rise to the occasion, an opportunity we can't afford to lose. Once again, we find ourselves in front of the world. We carry Dr. King's legacy forward amidst a trying start to the year. But our Dr. King, he was no stranger to tragedy or heartbreak. He taught us that justice, ultimately just doing the right thing by one another, is never abstract or without trials. It is built through the choices we make, the tools we wield, and the compassion we summon when we need each other the most. Inspired by his purpose and posture, the absolutely fabulous cousins on the Governor's Community Council crafted this year's 40th anniversary theme, Echoes of Unity. Echoes of Unity calls Minnesota to listen closely to the voices, movements, and communities that have the most to offer in a time such as this. I boldly am standing here to remind everyone in this room, especially those of you with the weight of leadership on your shoulders, our beloved giants that were on the front lines of freedom movements were dragged by propaganda before they were dragged by dogs. Words matter. Generation after generation, fear and deception have been used to pull us away from each other. Not anymore. Not on our watch. And as a wise auntie once said, we're not going back. That's why we built a week-long series for community engagement and civic impact. To commemorate the 40th, we calibrated across cultures, uncovering historical truth. We emboldened young minds with STEM thinking. We rallied around each other, united in renewed commitment to liberty and justice for all. Today, we also acknowledge lives taken too soon and tenderly hold space for families still in mourning. We're with you. When you hurt, we hurt. Your loved ones are our loved ones, and you're not taking our neighbors away from us. As you know, because you've been here since this morning, today, what we're doing is commemorating with honesty, shared culture, wisdom, and truth-telling as a tincture for the brokenhearted. And we also honor Dr. King's living legacy, some beloved community pillars who lead on the front lines, the risk takers, the culture keepers, the ones who continue to put everything on the line for truth and justice for us all. Their work has changed laws, expanded opportunity, and strengthened our shared understanding of what freedom requires. Their efforts continue to guide us as we build a state where every person has the opportunity to thrive, no matter their race, ethnicity, religion, economic status, gender identity, sexual orientation, disability, or zip code. In Minnesota, we know where you are has a lot to do with how you're doing, and that's why the One Minnesota Plan matters so much. Right here, right now, we are reminded that progress is something that we make together. It's something that we advance together. It's something that we protect together. In 2025, I served as Chief Equity Officer, sprouting new solutions for old challenges, alongside people who are most impacted, deeply rooted, and engaged in community. I'm about to flex, y'all. You want to hear what we did? All right. In 2025, we accelerated access through initiatives like clinics at the Capitol, opening doors to the People's House to offer hands-on help to Minnesotans seeking opportunity. We expanded collective impact across agencies and communities to ensure tools used by engagement practitioners ensure we are responsive, inclusive, and consistent. We developed mapping tools, thanks to you, Governor Walz, and your work with Esri. Thank you. We built from what he started, and we started to create maps that will help us to visualize information in a way that when people finally get that seat at the table, they're gonna have access to the information on the menu. And then we built stronger community partnerships through the One Minnesota Priority Pulse Tour and events such as this, meeting Minnesotans where they are to uncover gaps and opportunities. Those priorities aren't abstract. They are not chaotic, they are not fluffy, and they are not opaque. They are practical, they are actionable commitments that move us closer to the Minnesota that we all aspire to be. As we continue the celebration, let us carry Dr. King's charge with us, not just in our words, but in our actions. Let us continue the work of bending the arc towards justice. Let us continue building a state where equity is expected, opportunity is shared, and access is something that we co-create together, regardless of who is watching or what some folks might say online. Thank you all so much for being a part of this journey. Thank you for honoring Dr. King's legacy, and thank you for helping shape the next chapter of civil rights progress right here in Minnesota. May our echoes of unity reverberate around the world for the next 40 years. My favorite part is coming up next. I told y'all that we're gonna hear from the frontline leaders, the people who do the things whether or not they get recognized for it, the people that are up all night and up early again the next day. So, before we recognize them, the individuals and organizations whose commitment to justice embodies the very best the state has to offer, I want to first welcome someone to the stage who understands the power of partnership. Greg Cunningham of U.S. Bank has been a steadfast advocate for community investment, a champion for building bridges across sectors, neighborhoods, and lived experiences. His leadership reflects the kind of courage, clarity, and cool this moment calls for. Please join me in thanking U.S. Bank for Greg's years of service on the council and partnership, being here today to acknowledge the civil rights leaders of our time. Greg Cunningham.
Thank you, Ashley, and good morning. I want to thank Ashley not only for that wonderful and warm introduction, but also for her incredible leadership. And I also want to thank everybody on the Governor's Council and to all the volunteers who've truly helped to keep this 40-year tradition alive. At a time when so much feels uncertain, holding on to traditions, like this becomes even more meaningful. And to Chris Harrington and the entire Ordway team, thank you for hosting us, and I'm so glad to be here and representing U.S. Bank. These are unprecedented times, and Minnesotans are feeling pressure from every direction, socially, economically, emotionally, and the Twin Cities in particular is navigating challenging times that test our sense of unity, safety, and hope. That's why gathering on this day to honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. matters. This year's theme, Echoes of Unity, could not be more timely. Because if there was ever a moment when we needed Dr. King's courage, clarity, and belief in shared humanity, it's right now. One of the reasons U.S. Bank is proud to support this event is because it's open to everyone. Families, elders, youth, all of us come together to reflect, to celebrate, and to recommit to the work ahead. When I reflect on Dr. King's life, I'm reminded not just of his triumphs, but the enormous obstacles he faced and that he overcame. I mean, think about it. Before the Montgomery bus boycott succeeded, Dr. King was arrested, his home was bombed, and his family received constant threats. yet he kept going. In Birmingham, he was criticized and he was told to slow down, and many people even told Dr. King to wait. Instead, from a jail cell, he wrote a moral blueprint that resonates for justice even today. Even after the March on Washington, progress stalled, the politics hardened, and he faced incredible isolation. Yet he pushed forward with workers' rights, economic justice, and a fair housing agenda. His life reminds us that change is hard, setbacks are guaranteed, and progress is rarely quick. But he also teaches us that struggle is not a sign to stop, it's actually a sign to keep going. And he did all of this at an incredibly young age. Remember, Dr. King was 26 when he led the Montgomery bus boycott. He was 35 when he shared his dream that reshaped the nation, and he was only 39 when his life was taken. Yet his voice lives on. To the young people here today, Dr. King is not a relic that you study once a year. He is a guide for exactly the moment you're living in right now. And I know it's hard right now, and we're going through real challenges. The world feels loud, it feels fast, and incredibly unpredictable. It can feel like adults aren't listening, that your voice doesn't matter, or that you need more experience before you can create change. But Dr. King's life tells us just the opposite. He was a young person who refused to wait his turn. He believed that you start where you are with what you have, and you speak with courage even when your voice is quivering. And his commitment to nonviolent strategic action was not weakness. It was strength. It was intentional. It was effective. And it is still a powerful model for change today. For the adults in the room, we must create space for these young voices, voices that are hopeful, that are bold, and unafraid to challenge us. We must listen, but we must guide. And we must stand beside our young people as they navigate a world that demands a wisdom that is well beyond their years. If we want unity, we have to build it together. At U.S. Bank, we're committed to doing our part, investing in financial literacy, education, community partnerships, volunteerism, and access to capital that strengthens neighborhood and fuels small business. These investments only matter, though, if we help people reach their full potential, especially the next generation. As Ashley said in a moment, we'll recognize the champions of change, individuals who embody Dr. King's legacy in our community. They remind us that leadership doesn't require perfection. It requires purpose and resilience and a willingness to serve. What better way to honor Dr. King than by uplifting those who continue to do the work? I thank you all for being here today, and we look forward to celebrating our champions of change. Thank you so much. The Champions of Change Awards celebrate remarkable change agents who have demonstrated outstanding leadership and volunteerism, making significant contributions by promoting peace, fostering cross-cultural relationships, and advancing civil and human rights. This year, we're excited to present this award to 6 important leaders in our community. And as we call each name, please hold your applause until all awardees are on stage. You'll have a chance to learn about their amazing work during the fireside chat following the award presentation. And now, without further ado, I'm honored to introduce our 2026 Champions of Change. First up is Marcus Cooper, 4th-generation farmer and founder of Route 1 Minnesota. Next, we have Georgia Fort, independent journalist, filmmaker, and founder of Black Press. Brother Shane Price, co-founder and director of the Power of People Leadership Institute. Shonda Smith Baker, President and CEO, St. Paul, Minnesota Foundation. Mai Thor, Chief Program Officer, the ARC, Minnesota. And Xavier Vasquez, Executive Director, Centro Tyrone Guzman.
The 2026 Champions of Change, y'all.
All right, here we go. Champion, let's give them another round of applause. Come on now, get up on your feet. This is what they do. They are in community. Yes, yes. We thank you for your service. Yes, yes, yes. Champions of change. All right, well, this is an exciting time because we're going to have a wonderful fireside chat together. Ashley and I will have some questions for them. I'm going to show you. I have my phone. I am putting it on a timer. Hold on. Right now. That's right, baby. That's right. I like you already because you understand. So my timer is on. And we are going to hold to our time, but we're going to have a great conversation with these awesome people that we have here, these community leaders that are serving our community each and every day. Now, this group represents the breadth of Minnesota's excellence. They do. They represent Minnesota's excellence. And we have here in this group, we have a journalist who is reframing the narrative. We have we have a philanthropic leader who is shifting power. We have a community elder who is reinventing how leadership shows up. We have a farmer who is restoring the land and identity to people. We have a disability justice activist who is really pushing us towards what does inclusion really look like. And we have a cultural leader who is building bridges to move us towards across language and identity. This is who we have in front of us. Now, their work reminds us that equity is not a department. No. Equity is about practice and is about our collective responsibility that we have to use. And I'm going to say this seriously. And look, when I get serious with my kids, I lean in. So I'm going to lean in right now. We are facing a time in our nation where our democracy right here in Minnesota and nationally is fragile. It's fragile. And in this space, I'm going to say Dr. King talked about a time where we needed leaders that had, he calls it, the wisdom in the margins. And this is what this group of leaders, they're representing, the wisdom in the margins. Because what they are doing is they are leading with intentionality. They are leading in our communities. They are leading in a space that is ensuring that every Minnesotan has access to opportunity and a seat at the table. So we are thankful for this wisdom in the margin that we are sitting here right now, because they are helping to shape our future space. So as today, as we celebrate 40 years, think about that, 40 years. I think they said it earlier. We are now have 2 generations. But let's say this, that 40 years has passed. Today is the day to start talking about what is the next 40 years going to look like. That's what we're talking about today. What is the next 40 years going to look like? And so as we prepare ourselves for the next 40 years, let us listen deeply. Let us learn boldly. And let us do what Dr. Martin Luther King asked us to do. Make sure we're sitting here at the table so that freedom will ring for the next 40 years. So, echoes of unity, we have some questions for you today. And we're going to take good care of you. I want everyone to breathe. Breathe. And I have the first question. And so we know that Gordon Parks taught us that our tools, whether a camera, whether policy, whether a pen, whether farmland, can become an instrument of justice. So I need to ask you today, each of you work in a different field. And what is the tool of your craft that you use to advance civil rights and social justice? And how do you think mainstream society has taken for granted the power of that tool? And so I'm going to start here to my left.
I'm going to try to keep my seatbelt buckled here.
Buckle up.
First of all, I just want to say how humbled and honored I am to be here in this room and all this power that's gathered here in this room. So give yourselves a hand, please. I'm thankful to be on stage with such amazing leaders. But at Route 1, I would say our tools are food access and farmland access. And so what we work to do is we work to get food into community. And the way that we do that is by supporting the producers and the farmers that are growing that food. We believe that if we can support those farmers, we can not only increase food access, but we can grow business. We can increase career and leadership development. We can increase health equity. And most importantly, we can decrease the instances of diabetes, of heart disease, of chronic liver disease, and those diseases that affect our community. And so, our tool is food access, and I think that's easy for folks to wrap their arms around, but the greater tool is land access. And how are we growing that food? And how are we getting that food into community? And how are we transporting that food? If you go back to 1900, farmers of color have lost over 16 million acres of farmland across our country. That equates to $326 billion worth of generational wealth. So when you talk about what folks might not be understanding is that when you think about our communities and communities that are struggling, communities that are in need, how great would those communities be if they had a portion of that $326 billion?
Ooh, speak to us, speak to us. All right.
Is story. Story is probably one of the most powerful tools to shift not just policy, but shift hearts, minds, culture. Even as we think about Dr. King today, when he heard the story of Rosa Parks, he was activated. He heard the story and he was moved to do something. And so they organized the Montgomery bus boycott. When you think about the power of David Jackson's camera, the photographer who took the photo of Emmett Till and told the story of the racial terror that was inflicted on a young black boy in America, it shifted the hearts and the minds of not just Black Americans who knew that this was their reality, but of white folks. It shifted them, it moved something in them and made them want to do something. And there's so many examples. Ida B. Wells, she fearlessly documented the stories of the horrific lynchings in this nation so that no matter how much our history would try to be erased, that they could not deny what happened to our ancestors. And so when I think about the second part of your question is, how is mainstream taking it for granted? You know, I'll actually say with the power of story, I don't think mainstream takes it for granted. I think they weaponize story and they use it in a way that advances their agenda and the future that they want to see for this nation. And so my hope for our community is that we begin to not take Black media for granted. I see Tracy Dillard here, the publisher of the Minnesota Spokesman Recorder.
Yes.
Her paper has been documenting our stories for 90 years. Are we taking that for granted? How much are we investing in that legacy so that our history can be documented correctly? I believe I see the the niece of Gordon Parks here with us today. How much are we investing in preserving that legacy? And so I don't think mainstream media is taking story, the power of story, for granted, but I think we could do a better job in our community of not taking it for granted.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Georgia. It's great to get a chance to meet this young lady. She's doing an amazing job. She needs a hand all by herself. She is telling the stories that need to be told. My work and the work of my wife, Dr. Verna Cornelia Price, is spiritual motivation. Many of the men, I work with men who are coming home from prison, second chance individuals. Many of the men who I work with are without hope and have tried some of everything, but nothing has seemed to work. And there's something that has gone dormant inside them a little bit. And then we reach out into 6 of the 8 Minnesota State Correctional Facilities to go after with spiritually motivated teaching and instruction. First, I have to wake up that spirit and allow that spirit to know it's still beating, it's still alive, there's still a chance, there's still hope for you there. But then also tempering that motivation with intrinsic learning, with strategy, with themes, with affirmations that help our men come back alive. We have been at this for over 22 years, and we have trained more than 7,000 individuals over that period of time. I just want to say of those 7,000, these are mostly African Americans, but not all. We have reached the Native American community. We have touched the Asian community. We have touched the immigrant community, and we're going to continue to touch them. Recently, we did an analysis of how many of our men who we met in prison are homeowners. And we have 29 of our men who we met in prison who are now homeowners. I think that's worthy of your respect. Some of those men are in the room right now. Amen.
Yes.
Relevant to the second part of the question, and I think that there was maybe some intentionality, certainly some intentionality with trying to put a segment of our community to sleep with drugs and alcohol. We remember, don't we, the COINTEL program that was initiated by our own FBI against us. I'm sorry, but I just have to tell the truth. And in that initiation, many of our men were not able to suffice with the deafening addiction of cocaine, crack cocaine, and other types of drugs that have impacted our community vicariously, just tearing down the fabric of our community, destroying the fabric of our families. And so we understand that that kind of intentionality at the national level can have an impact, but we ain't tired. Somebody say, I'm not tired yet.
We're not tired.
I like how she said it. Come on now. And I say that for us to reflect. And I'm going to share this one thought with you that I had of listening at the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King in recent days and months. And I realized, listen at this, he was only 39 years old when he passed. And that his blood sacrifice allowed me to mature beyond his life. Listen at this, and our work in mentorship has led me to know if I knew Martin at 39, there are some things in this age that I am now, there's some things I could help him with. Yet when I look at him and I listen at him, I still feel the eldership and the mentorship that he has on my life as it currently operates right now. I say that to say this. Sometimes things arrive and it's not always perfect or smooth sailing. That doesn't mean your second chance is not going to get you to a greater destiny than the one that you're at right now.
Oh, yes.
I'll stop there.
Just an honor to be here this morning. I was thinking about what my tool of choice or what my weapon of choice has been, and I would say it's community. Community is my weapon of choice. It goes with me where I go, and it centers the way that I lead. I grew up, we were talking about my mother this morning, I grew up with a mother who said, community is something you move from, it's something you invest in. And even if you move physically, that you stay in community where you go. You don't forget who you're there for.
That's right.
And that's what I would say. Where I'm at right now is in philanthropy, and that is a tool to be able to move power. It is a tool to be able to invest in the dreams and the ideas and the opportunities that exist in community. It is a tool to shape systems. And there is, I think that it is taken for granted that philanthropy belongs to only some people. And I think we're seeing now that philanthropy and being a philanthropist belongs to all of us. We are watching mutual aid across this country come in to care for our neighbors. If you have participated, you're a philanthropist. So what I say is that we take for granted the roles that we have in shaping and being in connections with systems that are here to serve each of us.
Yeah, so I'll just echo that, you know, I'm incredibly humbled to be on this stage with these amazing people today and in this, you know, location with all of you. So I guess my biggest tool or powerful tool would be love. In disability justice spaces, you know, I mean, it's very intersectional, right? And we know that disabled Black and brown folks are often multiply marginalized and oppressed. So all of that is compounded. But I think, you know, it's a framework and a movement that is based off of love and inclusion. You know, you can never have too much love, right? And love is the solution to so many things that's wrong in the world today. And I also, I think, just want to say that, you know, it's not just the expression of love, but it's also understanding that, you know, everybody is, no matter what your skin color, what your gender, what texture of hair you have, what kind of clothes you want to wear, you know, whether you're a big person, a little person, whatever. Like, I think love also is about, you know, allowing everybody to present themselves as they want to be presented in this world, and to be able to move in this world the way that at the pace that they want to move in, and to just allow space for everybody. So definitely love for me.
So hi everybody, and same. I feel very honored to be in this space. I'm very humble as well. So thank you very much for all the work that you do. I want with my answer to kind of like turn it around a little bit, because I feel that the tools that I chose, it hasn't been mainstream who has underestimated them. It has been us as a community, right? And the two tools that I have is people. That's the first one, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
And if people don't buy in, systems cannot function. That's why we're living through this right now, because none of this happens unless people go along with it. And that happens at Centro Tyrone Guzman, right? Like, we are all about the people, and they're part of our community. Like, our people is our community, and that is key for us as an organization. Some people just sometimes come to me and say, "Oh, so you're the ED there, and so you take decisions." And I'm like, "No, we do, right? Our community does, and that is how we should lead all the time. Not only in nonprofit, not only in for-profit. We're in the business of people. Like, I'm talking here, politicians. Like, we're working for the people." And the second one, it is culture. And the people that are causing the harm right now, they're really seeing that those were the very powerful tools to go with, and to use those tools to put people against their own people. Because when you are part of your culture and you know that you belong, you don't go against your own people.
That was the word.
And there you can tell they really knew that, right? And now we're in a place where, like, it's our job to show them who we are. And not only for the people that are causing the harm, but for the people that were contaminated because they didn't feel that they belong, right? And now it's our job as a community to go back with love, with compassion and care, and say, "I see you, I hear you too, but you're part of us. You shouldn't be on that line. You should be on this line right here." And we should now convince them and let them know that we're here, and they're part of us too, and that so they understand that belonging in some way. But as a community, again, I feel those are the tools that as a community we have underestimated during these times.
Woo! Powerful, powerful. Ashley, I'm going to pass it over to you.
Yes. Real quick, Dr. B, how much time we got?
Oh, you know I'm watching the time. So you've got 10 minutes left, but we got it. I got it.
All right,
Go.
all right, all right. Okay, well, I am so excited to talk to this group about cultural wisdom. Folks in the audience, Dr. King reminded us that those closest to the pain often hold the clearest wisdom. So to you all, all of us are from communities that have lived at the margins, where urgency, resilience, and innovation are born, not necessarily out of choice. How have those lived experiences prepared you to be the mold-breaking leaders this moment in democracy requires? And how does community engagement strengthen your impact?
I can start. I'll keep mine short. I'm reading my notes. I have ADHD, so as you saw, I was the only one kind of like walking in without like getting the award. We're seeing everything back there. I'm the last one, and I'm like in my brain, I'm like, get the award and sit, get the award and sit. As soon as they call my name, I completely forgot about it. So I have to keep my notes here.
That's all right. Notes are good.
But with that, I'll say like lived experience really prepare you differently, depending where you come from. But it builds adaptability, resilience, and it helps you navigate change like constantly, right? Something that is kind of like some people don't understand is that when our communities are put on pressure, we thrive bigger. And we come up with solutions that, because we're in our comfort zone, we're like, we weren't even thinking about those things. And now is a time where like conversations are happening, where ideas are coming, and where people are coming together. And I think that's really powerful. So it's really about like how we grow and we evolve, and how systems are also forced to evolve too. And since our communities like have evolved so much with the changes, whenever something happens, we shift differently. Like we go in planning mode, like we go into like resilience and strength mode too. And community engagement really, like, it doesn't just like strengthen democracy. Like, it is democracy.
Come
right?
on.
And democracy is a local, relational practice that happens like way before elections. So.
Okay, I'm going to ask one more person if they can answer that.
Yes.
I was just going to say, so I grew up on the north side where my family has been, north side of Minneapolis. North side! That's the only proper response. And I don't know if I knew I was growing up on the margins until I got into systems that told me that. But what I did recognize, and I've said this before, is that I knew that there were people that didn't have the privilege to define that community that defined it. And that definition did not land with what my experience was. And so what I would say is I'm in relationship with community, and community is in relationship with me. And that when you know it, you understand the nuances of what you are moving through. Because if you don't understand it, you're going to believe the narrative that someone else told you about. And so I think that that's what I would offer, that sometimes I hear community engagement in the same way I hear the DEI office, that it is an activity that takes place versus a relationship that you are staying in constant relationship with. So that's what I would offer.
That's right.
That's right.
You want one more, Ashley? I'm looking at you. You want one more?
Yes.
Okay.
I will lean into you, Mai, for this question, if you want to talk just about the wisdom at the margins.
Yeah, so I think, so the disability justice has 10 principles, right, that serves as its foundation. And I want to talk about my favorite principle, which is interdependence. And that, when you really understand what interdependence means, I think that opens your mind up to a whole different level of wisdom, right, in how to do social justice work. And really, it's all about the fact that we're all connected, right, that, my energy feeds off your energy, my spirit feeds off your spirit, and that we move in this work of justice together until we achieve liberation, and that we're doing this work, cross-culturally, cross-community, right? And that everything that impacts me impacts you, and that we're doing this work on stolen land that we're sharing, together. So, I think once I started tracking along that interdependence principle, it really helps me to do my work differently and understand the actual impact of the work that I'm doing.
Woo, this is powerful, powerful conversations. Well, we're down to our last question, and I'm going to help move it along a little faster. So what I would like for you to do in this last question is to think about, we have 40 more years to go, at least. I'm a teacher at heart, and so typically this would be your ticket to get out of the classroom door to make sure that I know that you understood the assignment. So what we're gonna do is, each person is going, you get one sentence. I need you to leave the people here with a concrete action. You invite everyone in this room and everyone watching online to take and help build the future, and you have one sentence to say it. One sentence. So think about your words. Because I heard you, baby. I heard you. One sentence, and I'm gonna start here to my left.
Thank you, Stephanie. I think this is easy. Support your local farmers. Support your local farmers.
Woo-hoo. All right.
Can I get 2 sentences?
See, this is what happens in the classroom.
They're short, they're short. We cannot be neutral about the dismantling of our democracy and still expect to be protected by it.
Ooh, okay, okay. See, this would have been one of my overachievers, CEO seat.
Second sentence.
Second
short.
sentence, that was one sentence? All right.
Depoliticize humanity.
Ooh, ooh. Yeah.
That's a drop the mic statement right
It
there.
is.
I would just say many of you are sitting right here in this room, but you have somebody who's been incarcerated or who's going through incarceration right now. Reach for that person, whether it's a letter, a card, a phone call. You don't know how impactful your word and your attention to that detail can be. Second chance doesn't mean it's all over.
Thank you.
It means next steps.
All right.
I would offer use the strength of your leadership for good and to support others.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say access is love. And when we have access, everybody is welcome and included.
And I'm gonna read mine because I don't want to miss any words in this sentence, but my hope, my dream for the next 40 years is that dignity is no longer something communities have to fight for.
That's right.
But something built into how institutions operate.
Woo! Woo! I want you to give this group a round of applause for being the champions of change. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
The people's champs.
Yes.
The people's champs.
The people champ.
Yeah.
And they are going to follow me, and we're going to exit.
Can you take this one for me? Keep it coming, fellas. I needed some extra time to get to the mic. I heard I'm an honorary Sigma anyway. All right, y'all. We're getting ready to close this celebration. I want to honor the wisdom shared on the stage and the courage embodied by our champions of change. A time such as this, I want to remind everybody in this room about what I talked about at the beginning. Our giants were dragged by propaganda before they were dragged by dogs. Our babies got dragged out of classrooms for trying to learn. Now is the time that we stand on business. We recognize how the truth will set us free, and how as we go forward, we must do so in unity. These stories remind us that progress is not inevitable, it's intentional. It is crafted, it is defended, and it is carried forward by people who choose every day to stand on the right side of history. Dr. King once said, "We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality," that interdependence that Maya was talking about. Today, truth feels more urgent than ever. The challenges facing our communities, racial injustice, threats to democracy, inequities in health, housing, education, and opportunity are not isolated issues. They are interconnected, and so must be our response. As we mark 40 years of this statewide tradition, I invite each of you, whether you are here in this room or joining us online, I hear folks are joining us from around the world. I invite each of you to become an echo of unity, not a passive reflection, but an active force. Ask yourself, what tools are in my hands? What community am I accountable to? What action can I take that strengthens justice, belonging, and democracy in Minnesota and beyond? The next 40 years will be shaped by the choices that we make right now, by the stories we uplift, by the leaders we support, by the voices who spit on a mic, and by communities that we invest in. This is the courage that we need to show up with. The moment demands it. Let us leave not today only inspired and warmed up, but mobilized. Let us honor Dr. King not only with remembrance, but resolve. And let us continue building a Minnesota where equity is not aspirational. It's lived, it's felt, and it's shaped by us all. So, enough of me. It's time to get our girl Sayana back on the stage. I want to extend my gratitude once more to our champions, my mentor and friend, Dr. Barrage, for grounding us so powerfully in the legacy that we carry forward today. With that, it's time to bring our girl back, who has been guiding us with grace and brilliance throughout this program. Buckle up, y'all. Please join me in welcoming Sayana on the mic back to the stage.
Thank you, thank you. Please give it up again for our champions of change. I don't know about y'all, but it's always just so inspiring to be reminded of all of the homegrown greatness in such close proximity to us. It truly inspires me to continue to just do the great things that I've been called to be, regardless of where I come from, who I am, what I look like, so on and so forth. So very inspired by our champions of change. In the past few weeks, a series of events have occurred in our very own communities that are impossible to turn a blind eye to. And unfortunately, these are not new occurrences. From the civil rights movement of the 1950s and 60s to the current climate of 2026 and all of the freedom fights in between, one fact persists, that if it can impact one of us, it can impact all of us. However, the movements that ensued have always assured us that there's power in the hands of the people. Right, Dr. Verna? And so today, as we lift the legacy of the most prominent figure in one of the most revolutionary movements of contemporary U.S. history, I encourage you to ask yourself, with all that we cannot afford to ignore, what are you willing to do for the change that you seek? Life is a doozy, but death ain't always a dismal. Peeking through windows at designated officials, purveyors of freedom only dealing with godly issues. Profit from fear in the spirits of broken people. Jump in the pool and go all the way to the bottom. No worries of floating, only showing when people got them. Pierce pops your confidence, following your desires in winter, your dreams in autumn. Product of foreign toil and folly, the ones who taught them. For the price that you bought them, you might as well go and top them. But really, that's not the problem. See the smoke in the sky and remind you of how we fought them. We really don't have an option. Inhale the untruth, the debt, the burden, breathe out the toxins. Dare to close up the auction, they couldn't afford the prices. One day you're accessible, surrendering all your guises. The next you're purple and blue, insufficient cause of your hue, and it's imminent. The world is spinning on vices. Hear the vipers calling, his cries, my cries. We all cry freedom. Her lies, my lies, we all find reason. Her eyes, my rights, we all tried feeble. They say his life, my life, we all die equal. Do you want it now or you want your freedom later? Look in the eyes of your son and daughter. Tell them who made them. Not your imperfections, your depletion, but something greater again that we shouldn't have had to pay for. Types of things that we pray for. Open your faith unhardened and show them just what you're made for. Power, love, and with favor. Find me in him today or on tomorrow, yesterday. Accepting all of my past and breaking all of my curses. If you asking, your baby is mortified. The trauma is borderline. He reading below the line. Her beauty don't pacify. The nation is out of time. Survival, the biggest fine. Using their Bible for crime. The struggle ain't worth a dime. Your status, it don't define what you're worth, but your vision is in the hollow. Ashes to ashes, from sin to sin, expect you to swallow every pill that they know they regret to go and repeat, but they swear it's better than admitting defeat. We hear the fighters calling his cries, my cries. We all cry freedom. Her lies, my lies. We all find reason. Her eyes, my rights, we all try feeble. They say his life, my life, we all die equal. But do we all die equal? Peeking through windows of designated officials with no hesitation, taking back the power we issued. A generation content with the being made artificial. Promise of changes, but really it's not that simple. They give purpose for more, less for poor, and poorer for riches. They siphon the good, but still grotty enough to ditch us. Dream of picking the truth when it doesn't look beneficial. Prepare for dismissal. Are the people riding with you, or they just fit you? His cries, my cries, we all cry freedom. Her lies, my lies, we all find reason. Her eyes, my rights, we all try feeble. His life, my life, we all die equal. His cries, my cries, we all cry freedom. His cries, my cries, we all cry freedom. Thank you. Thank you. Somehow, in the midst of tragedy and chaos, even when the powers that be choose to incite fear and helplessness, may our actions remain a testament of our hope for the great things that we have yet to see. In amplifying the echoes of unity, I want to redirect our attention to the spark of coming generations, the innovators and masterminds of the next chapter as we prepare for this next performance. Are y'all ready? I told y'all the children of the future. Are you ready? All right. Then let's get ready. The TKO drumline and knockout dance team thrives under the direction of Byron Hawkins, participating in community events, multi-state parades, and competitions. They all that, y'all. Wait a minute. They performed at the 2023 Martin Luther King Breakfast, the 2018 Super Bowl, March Madness, Minnesota Timberwolves Lynx and Twins events, the Big Ten Network, and the Women's NCAA Title IX, just to name a few. The goal of this group is to educate, mentor, provide value, and have a safe place for our youth to learn while having fun. They provide services to youth aged 8 to 18, and you can catch them at a local event in a city near you or around town. So Minnesota, please help me give it up for the TKO Drumline and Dance Team. What'd I tell you? I told you, didn't I? All right, y'all still rocking us? We still here? We in the home stretch? So, we've heard from various change makers from all kinds of walks of life. We've heard from artists, we've heard from activists, we've heard from media personnel, we've heard from them all. And as I said earlier, this is the type of progress that is built on and thrives in collective purpose and collaboration. And as I look around this auditorium, I just imagine the innumerable gifts and talents that the world awaits. So I really want to encourage y'all in that today, because in this climate, we can't afford to just be spectators, all right? We have to champion for change too. So even after this, I hope to hear your voice. And in fact, I want to try something just to make sure y'all are still with me. So everybody say dream. Dream. All right, you're here. All right, let's try this then. Okay, can I get a hand clap? Hold on. A little slower, just a tad slower. Okay. Everybody say dream. Dream. Say dream. Dream. Say dream. Dream. Say dream. Dream. Everybody say destiny. Destiny. Rules everything. Rules everything. Around. Me. Check it. Let me say, if you did not know, some want freedom, some want control. But straight from the heart, I represent hip-hop. Like as we rockin' with a purpose, it ain't never gonna stop. It's a self-interactive, heart-manufactured, matter of the mind with the spirit of the action. And if we don't make a vow, the world is at a standstill. So it is the change we must all fulfill. Now, some seek diamonds and some seek gold. But when you have a dream onto which you must hold, and don't ever be afraid to use your voice, because youth is the power for us all to make a choice. So grab your friends and let's all begin to take a stand, let injustice in, and only then will our freedom ring. Because if you didn't know, you can do anything. So look around, feel the essence of the new gym breeze. Let's come all together, give the people what they need. So long as we dare succeed, the truth will set us free, because destiny rules everything around me. Thank y'all so much. All right, now, please help me in welcoming back to the stage Javante Patton and his choir.
Listen, I know the hour is far well spent, so we have 2 songs for you, okay? So this first song we're going to do, I want you to put your light on your phone, and then the last song is going to be very upbeat, and you can dance and sing with us, all right? I want to say happy birthday to my sisters as well. It's their birthday. I want to say happy birthday. They're here today. And so we're going to sing this song, and then we're going to get out your way. Thank you. Look at our Senator Bobby Joe here. Come on, that is so cool. Let's clap our hands for him. All the work he's doing. I trust you, Father, I trust you. Father, I trust you. I trust you always. And Father, I need you. Can't do life without you. Father, I need you always. Come on, I see some of y'all phones. There we go on the balcony. Here we go. Father, I trust you. Father, I trust you. If you know it, you can help us sing it. Father, I trust you. Father, I trust you. When do you trust him? Always. And sing, Father, I need you. Father, I need you. And I can't do life without you. Sing, Father, I need you. When do you need him? Right here. Always. So the next part is just going to ask God for healing. And I know we need it in our state. Father, please heal me. Father, please heal me. You got it. Father, please heal me. Sing, Father, yeah. Please heal me. When do you want God to heal you? Always. Sing, Father.
and bring me the victory. Yeah. Sing, Father, Father, please heal me. When do you want his healing? Always. So the last verse is just going to ask God to provide for us. Say, Father, provide. Father, provide for me. Sing, Father. Father, provide for me. Sing, Father. Father, provide for me. When do you want God's provision? Always. Sing, Father. Father, provide for me. And supply every one of my needs. Oh, yes. Sing, Father. Father, provide. When do you want God's provision? Always. For my children's children and children's children. Always. Hallelujah. From generation to generation, you'll be with me always. Hey, this is the last part. Be with me, Lord. You'll be with me always. Help me say it. Be with me. Be with me. You'll be here. Be with me always. I don't gotta do this thing by myself. Be with me. Because I have your help. Be with me always. Everybody lift your voice. Say, be with me. Be with me. You said you'll never leave us and you won't forsake us. You said you'll be with us always. Even unto the ends of the earth. Yeah. Everybody lift your voice. Say, be with me. Hey. You'll be. Be with me. You'll be with me. You'll be with me always. Father, I trust you. Lord, I trust you. Ooh, hallelujah. Father, I trust you. Even in this climate, I trust you always. And Father, I need you. Can't do life without you. Right here, Father, I need you. Shout out always with me. Always. Now clap your hands and thank God that he'll never leave you or forsake you. No matter what's going on, God is with us. Hallelujah. All right, let's stand on our feet for the last song, all right? This is the last song, all right? This is called Brighter Day. Look at Shamika. Hey, come on. Let's have our hands. Hey. I don't know when they gave a north side of the mic. All right, clap your hands. Hey, hey. Fourth one. When I close my eyes.
When I close my eyes, I think of you and reminisce on all the things you do.
I see you up there.
I can't imagine my life without you.
It's like paradise.
It's like paradise.
Hey.
I know that it's real. It's a mystery. For someone to get there just for me. What you did on Calvary makes me want to love you more. I never knew I could be so happy.
I never knew. I see y'all over there. Come on.
I'd be so secure.
Shout out because of your love.
Because of your love, life has brand new meaning.
It's gonna be what? It's gonna be a
brighter day, brighter day.
When I close my eyes,
when I close my eyes, I think of you and reminisce on all the things you do.
I can't imagine.
I can't imagine my life without you. It's like paradise. Now I know that it's real. It's some mystery.
Oh yeah.
For someone to get down and that's for me. What you did on Calvary makes me want to love you more. I never knew.
Hey, I could be
so happy.
I never knew. I'd be so secure.
I'd be so secure.
Because of your love.
Because of your love.
That's a good parable.
Life has brand
be a brighter day.
It's gonna be a brighter day.
Brighter day. Come on, let's do the bridge. Nothing can compare.
Nothing can compare.
Thank you,
To
Heather.
the joy you bring.
An everlasting love affair.
An everlasting love affair.
Jesus.
Jesus, my life will never be the same.
I found someone.
I found the one who truly cares.
Put your hands together. Hey, put your hands together. Happy MLK Day. Put your hands together. Everybody put your hands together. Hey. All right, we going home on this. Hey. Hey.
I could be so happy.
I never knew I'd be so secure. Because of your love.
Because of your love.
Life has brand new meaning. It's gonna be a brighter day.
It's gonna be a brighter day.
Brighter day. Brighter day.
Brighter day. Brighter day. Brighter day. Brighter day. Brighter day. Brighter day. Brighter day. Brighter day. Brighter day.
Y'all can say that with us. Brighter day. Brighter day. Brighter day. Brighter day. Brighter day. Brighter day. Break it down right here. Did y'all have a good time? Happy MLK Day. I'm so excited. Thank you guys for having me. I got a CD release concert at Shiloh Baptist in St. Paul. Pastor Stephen Daniels, his daughter is here, Daphne Daniels. That's at 501 Lawson. I had to do a shameless plug. But happy MLK Day. Make your timeline great and say something great on your timeline. Thank you so much for having us and have a brighter day. God bless you. Get home safe. I love you. I never knew. I never knew.
I never knew.
Hey.
I could be so happy.
I never knew.
And I never knew I'd be so secure.
Because of your love. It's gonna be a brighter day. Brighter day. I never knew.
I could be so happy.
I never knew.
And I never knew I'd be so secure.
Because of your love.
Life has brand new meaning.
It's gonna be a brighter day.
It's gonna be a brighter day.
I never knew. I never knew. Hey.
I could be so happy.
I never knew.
I never knew
I'll be so
I'd be
secure.
so secure.
Because of your love.
Because of your love.
Life has
Life has
brand
brand
new.
new meaning.
It's gonna be a brighter day. Let's sing it one more time as they leave. I never knew.
I never knew I could be so happy.
I never knew.
I never knew
I'll be so
I'd be
secure.
so secure.
Because of your love.
Because of your love.
Life has brand new meaning. It's gonna be a brighter day.
It's gonna be a brighter day.
Go one more time. I never knew.
I never knew
Yeah.
I could be so happy.
I never knew.
I never knew
Hey.
I'd be so
Thank you.
secure.
Because of your love.
Because of your love.
Life is brand new meaning. Hey, it's gonna be a brighter day. Break it down. You got a verse?
I was just coming to thank everybody for coming. Did y'all enjoy yourself today? Please don't forget to take a cookie on the way out in the lobby, fellowship with your neighbor, and get to your next destination safely. Thank you for spending your morning with us. State of Minnesota. Stay warm. Give it up. Party out. Take care. One love.
I could be so happy, yeah. And I never knew
I'd be so secure.
because of your love.
Because of your love.
Life is brand new meaning. It's gonna be a brighter day.
It's gonna be a brighter
Brighter day.
those pop stars. Jessica, get me doing this. We're going. Thank you guys. You guys are great. Thank y'all.